So, hello all, welcome to this series of fan engagement where we are talking to some passionate IPL fans and trying to understand the motivation that why they follow a particular IPL franchise so passionately. So, in this series, today we have Sunny with us. So, Sunny has been Delhi Daredevils netballer in 2014 and 15 seasons. So, he can give very interesting insights about Delhi Daredevils. And right now, he is a part of DC Toli, which is the official fan group of Delhi Capitals. So he has a strong connection with both Delhi Daredevils and Delhi Capitals, and he's from Delhi itself. So he started following Delhi from the inception of IPL, which was in 2008. And back then, his favorite players were Zaheer Khan and Kevin Peterson. But interestingly, when I dig out some facts, they both started playing IPL for RCB. So I will ask that question. And then right now, his favorite players from DC are Nokia and Ashwin. So first of all, welcome to this show, and it's my privilege to host you and ask you some interesting questions. So my first question to you is that what motivated you to follow IPL and especially cricket, and how your journey into the Delhi Daredevils as a netballer started?
Hi Deep, thank you very much for this opportunity. It's been a privilege to be here on this platform sharing a fan story. So I started watching IPL since 2008, and at that time we had a pretty good mix of players. We have Virender Sehwag, we had Gautam Gambhir there, and Tilkartni Dilshan was there. So we have a good mix, a good unit. We really did well in the first 3 seasons, and we had a pretty good unit. And although we couldn't make it to we couldn't reach the finals and we couldn't win the trophy. But what inspired me to support Delhi Daredevils, which is now Capitals. First and foremost thing is it's my home team, and secondly, they have been giving chances to youngsters since the beginning of the IPL. And that's the best thing about an IPL team, a franchise cricket. You see a lot of youngsters coming into the mix, and sharing dressing rooms with the international circuit. And it actually helps them building that confidence that they can actually go on the field and play with those international players, and showcase their talent. So that has been the quite motivating thing for me, because when a youngster sees a franchisee investing so much into youngsters, he himself gets motivated a lot to do well as a fan and as a cricketer.
Right, right. So you talked about youngsters. So now Delhi Capitals is known for the talent pool where we are seeing a lot of Indian players coming from Delhi Capitals. Previously, Rajasthan Royals used to hold this tag where a lot of uncapped players used to come. So how this transition happened?
Yeah, I think this has been the case with Delhi, because if you saw, David Warner actually, played the IPL and then he made his Test debut. So, you can't keep Delhi out of it, like that. They haven't been there with the youngsters. They have been investing in youngsters, be it foreign players or be it our local Indian players. So, it actually started when in 2015 season, I think, uh, till 2014 we had a good mix of experienced players and new international players. Not so much of raw young talent, but we had youngsters. The only thing that changed in 2015, that Praveen Amre became the talent scout of Delhi Daredevils, and which is Capitals now. So he started doing the talent scouts, and he got a lot of young players into the mix. He got Shreyas Iyer from there. He's the captain now. He's got Khalil Ahmed there. Uh, I remember quite a few names. Saurabh Tiwari was also there in 2015, although he was, in his 20s, in his mid 20s, but you can still consider it as a youngster. We invested in someone like Quinton de Kock, who was actually a prodigy for South African cricket at that point of time. So it has been the case with the management. They have been doing pretty well with the youngsters, and it's good to see the youngsters who are actually being put into the team. They're showing that faith to the management. They're delivering by giving that kind of performances, be it in the IPL or be it at the international level.
Right. So, as a player, as a netballer for Delhi Daredevils, who has been so close to Delhi Daredevils, and also as a member of DC Toli, now you are also very close to Delhi Capitals. What difference do you see between Delhi Daredevils and Delhi Capitals apart from the name change when they say that ye hai Nayi Delhi?
I think what actually changed is, you can actually see that ye hai Nai Delhi. That means now we're not the old guns. We are very new, and we are young, we are raw, and we are here to express what we have. What I feel that when the management shifted in 2018, JSW came into the party, and they did a lot of homework, and they bring in some more raw young talent, raw Indian young talent. And I think from there on it actually changed the whole momentum for the Delhi Capitals. And since then we have been rising. We've reached our maiden IPL finals, and hopefully, who knows, that we can go on to win the next year's IPL also.
Right, definitely, definitely. So DC stars are definitely in action everywhere. So DC has started their social media campaign also in a new way when they shifted from Delhi Daredevils to Delhi Capitals. They have so many new things going on even in the off season also, that their DC stars in action series or capital classes series and the DC Kitoli series. So how important was this shift in the social media domain when they changed from Delhi Daredevils to Delhi Capitals?
See, definitely, it's a very big step taken by the management, because when you actually change the name of a team, you change the core of a team, then it becomes really important to engage with the fans. And that has something which actually made a huge impact on this young Delhi side, because this year what actually happened, all the fans, although we were not there on the ground, we were completely engaged with the team. We were sending our letters to them, we were sending our mails to them, we were sending our good wishes to them. And we even actually send a mailbox which is called DCT mailbox, in which many fans send in their handwritten letters and some of the goodies to the players, and players actually liked it pretty much. They appreciated it a lot. And coming to the social media thing, it's a pretty good thing for a franchise to keep that momentum going on, and keep bringing all the fans together as a unit so that they can actually support their home team. Because if we compare from what it was before 2018 and what it has been after 2018, is the shift of fan community. Till 2018, when I was there at the stadium, we used to see that when a team like Mumbai Indians or Chennai Super Kings used to come at Firozshah Kotla, and then people used to cheer for those teams rather than Delhi. But when the change came, when they actually changed their name from Daredevils to Capitals, so I think the devil factor has actually went away, and the Capitals has actually come in for that. And also, the change in color, blue has been the color of Team India, so it actually has an emotional bonding with the fans. So our fan community increased a lot, and we got to engage with players. We had virtual meets this year. Last year we used to had a meet and greet session with the players. So although it has been a pretty good thing that fans are getting engaged with players, they get to share their thoughts, they get to learn new things from them, and they actually used to prank sometime also.
Right, right. So now when we talk about Delhi Capitals, so we can't ignore the fact that there is Ricky Ponting sitting there in the dugout. So his presence is felt in every match, in almost so many decisions that they take on the field. So how important is it to have such kind of face in the dugout, whom we have seen growing up as a kid?
Yeah, it actually creates a lot of fresh environment, lot of it provides a lot of confidence to the youngsters who are coming into the team, so that they can actually gel pretty much quickly with the players, with the core members. And Ricky Ponting, he himself has been a warrior. He himself has been a successful player, successful captain. So I think having Ricky Ponting in the dugout, in the dressing room, it actually creates a lot of encouragement for the players to do well, because when you have got a champion player in your sitting beside you in the dressing room, then you got to show some respect. You actually get to learn a lot of things from him. He actually loves to help youngsters. He loves to develop their confidence. He loves to enjoy a lot with the players. And I remember Ricky Ponting actually encourages every youngster by giving a medal to them if they do well in one match. So that these kind of things actually encourage a player to do much more, and much more better than what he did in the previous game. So I think as an encouragement factor, Ricky Ponting has been pretty good with us, and as a coach we have seen him, what he has bring into the table for Delhi Capitals. He has taken us to a maiden IPL finals, and we have been rising since he came into the dugout. So I feel Ricky Ponting uh, being with Delhi Capitals is a big plus point, because he has been an IPL winning coach also when he was with Mumbai Indians. So he's got a lot of factors with him. Which I've actually told you, he's a winning captain. He's a fantastic player plus a winning coach. So it all makes a lot of sense by getting that sort of character into the team. Which actually changed the whole environment of the team.
Right, right. So we have seen that previously when Delhi was Delhi Daredevils, so there was not consistency in the team, that their retentions were not very consistent. They used to release players season after season. But now suddenly we have seen that Delhi has emerged, Delhi Capitals, I would say Delhi Capitals has emerged as very consistent team, and they have maintained their Indian captain since a couple of seasons. So, how important is it to have Indian captain leading the franchise?
It's obviously a pretty important factor for a franchise cricket like IPL, because over the years we've seen a lot of successful teams in the IPL, and most of them have been led by an Indian player, an Indian captain. So you take the example of MS Dhoni, you take the example of Rohit Sharma. These two have been fantastic in the IPL. So to have an Indian player captaining a team makes a lot of sense, because then what happens is you get an extra opportunity to get in an extra foreigner in place of some other, so that you can balance out your team. Because if you have a foreign captain leading the team, then it becomes a pretty difficult that even if that player is not performing, you got to have him in the team because he's the captain. So that's a big challenge for a team. Those who are having a foreign captain, but for teams like Delhi Capitals, Chennai Super Kings, or even Mumbai Indians, they have Indian captain. They've got good Indian core. So to be able to get a lot of success in the IPL, you got to have a good Indian core plus an Indian captain leading from the front. So that's what has been the case for us. And I think Shreyas has been fantastic. I've seen him since 2015 when he actually made his debut for Delhi Capitals. I was the net baller at that time, and he was pretty keen to do well for his team. He never looked out of confidence and out of sight. He was always pretty much confident. He had that kind of what you say, the temperament. He has that kind of temperament, to showcase what he has in his books, and he actually reflected that in the first season which he played. He actually came out to be an emerging player of the year, and now he's leading the side from past 2.5 years. So it has been a pretty good journey for Shreyas Iyer also, and for Delhi Capitals also.
Right. So Delhi Capitals have done tremendously well in the pre-auction phase when they have carried out two brilliant trades, bringing in Ashwin and bringing in Ajikya Rahane, two of your favorite players right now. So as a fan, how did you feel when you saw that DC has done two very successful trades even before the auction started?
I think it actually, boosted the confidence of all the fans, not just me, because as I've spoken about the Indian core, we've actually provided a bit more strength to our Indian core. We had Shreyas Iyer, we had Rishabh Pant with us, and we at that time we had Sanju Samson. But when both CSK and Rajasthan came back in the IPL, then we had to let go of Sanju Samson. So it makes a lot of sense by getting an experienced player like Ajinkya Rahane into the mix, because he has been the captain for Rajasthan Royals and he's got a pretty good record in the IPL. He has been pretty consistent with the bat and with his tactics. And if you talk about Ravichandran Ashwin, I think he has been the best spinner in the IPL apart from Amit Mishra, because he had that kind of experience. He had played a lot of finals while playing under the leadership of MS Dhoni. So he got that temperament of playing the big match and doing well in that. So I think it actually boosted a lot of confidence, not only for the fans but also for the team members. And we actually got a good mix, and we got to analyze all the players, and we actually got a best possible 11 in the season.
Right. So even when Delhi was Delhi Daredevils, they have always tried to buy local players, players who play for Delhi in the domestic circuit, and they have always tried to buy those players. Right now, so previously they used to have Virendra Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, and others. Right now they have Shikhar Dhawan, Rishabh Pant, and others. So how important is it to have these local players who play for your city and represent your city in the domestic tournaments?
It has two perspectives to it. First of all, the fans' perspective, the emotional one, because when you see a player from your state, representing the state IPL team, then you get to connect yourself emotionally to that team and to that particular player. And also, the second factor is the experience, because if you see all the players who have actually played the state game, the Ranji games in that city, in that particular city, where the IPL team would be playing their home matches, then it becomes pretty much important for them to pick those local players, because they have that kind of experience of playing on those wickets and adjusting to those conditions pretty much easily. So these are the two factors which actually develops a team into a good, consecutive, and a successful unit.
Right. So now the owners, so especially the Delhi Capitals face Parth Jindal. So people, or especially the fans, are attaching themselves with him because they are seeing that the owners are present at the auction table. They are making the decisions. They are present in every match cheering for Delhi. They are present in Instagram live sessions and all. So how important is it that the owners they make their presence felt among the fans?
I think it makes a lot of sense, when owners actually contribute a lot, engaging with the team and getting engaged with the fans, then what it actually does to to a team on the supporting point of view, on the fans perspective, that when a person sees that यार ये तो इस टीम का ओनर है, ये खुद हर मैच में इस टीम को चेयर करने आता है, तो हम लोगों को भी अपनी टीम को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. बिकॉज if that particular person has invested so much in the youth, I'm not saying on the money front is a different thing, but if that particular person has invested so much in that particular state team, he has got a good mix of experienced and raw talent to it, then people also take that into consideration, that the owner is making himself a lot of contribution so that his team does well. So it's our duty to to actually provide a supporting hand to him, and actually support our team much more, and in a much better way as we can.
Right, right. So that's a brilliant answer. So I think DC has been doing a lot of work off the field in order to connect with Delhi's culture. So especially their campaign, the Capital Clicks, where they ask fans to click the pictures of Delhi and show that. So how important was that in order to portray the Dil Se Dilli wali feeling for a Delhi hype?
See, I would say not only for Delhi, but if you take these things into consideration about every IPL team, be it Mumbai, be it Chennai, be it Rajasthan, if you take everything into consideration, be it their food, be it their tourism, be it whatever they have got, the monuments, and people get to connect with it emotionally, and they actually see it as a better perspective for them, and they actually tends to enjoy these kind of things a lot. Because जब तक आप अच्छे से fans के साथ engagement कर रहे हो, you're giving them opportunities that click this kind of a picture, or you click something like that, and then you will be rewarded for something. You would be rewarded for that. I think it makes a lot of sense. Fans get to engage a lot more, and it actually helps in the growth of the fans community for a team, for a franchise, because franchise cricket is all about entertainment. It's all about bringing the raw talent into the play, and giving them that kind of opportunity to showcase their talent with the big stars. And it's, as a fan, it becomes our duty to get much more engaged with the particular team, whichever team a fan supports. So these kind of contests, these kind of what you say, these kind of I'm not getting that word actually. uh, can you just help me out with that
Yeah,
word?
user engagement, fan engagement.
Fan engagement is not, fan engagement is there, but these I'm still not able to get that word. But मतलब जब एक मैनेजमेंट अपनी तरफ से ये कोशिश करती है ना कि
Right.
वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू एवरीथिंग, we are providing you best possible supporting system, and what can we expect from you as fans. तो fans को ना फिर they get to acknowledge all that, and they think कि यार the team itself is providing me so much, they're providing me so much of opportunity, they're actually giving me the proper support system. So why am I not able to be a part of it? I have to be a part of it. I am a fan, and I have to support that team because they are doing so much for me. So it's my duty to pay them back.
Right. I think that's a brilliant answer, and it shows that you have a two-way connect with the franchise. The franchise give you something, and you give something back to the franchise. So it's great to see such kind of connect. So before we end, my last question to you is that how, as a fan, you grew from a netballer to one of the face of DC's official fan clubs?
Basically, the journey actually started for me as a fan. I was, I think, 11 or 12 years old when I actually took cricket into play, and I was 14 when I actually took it into consideration that this is the thing what I actually want to achieve in my life. And from there on, I got the opportunity to go to the stadium with my friend. He was a netballer at that time. So I just asked him, यार तुम लोग करते क्या हो, तुम लोग stadium जाते हो, what you guys do? So he told me that I'm a net bowler and I actually bowl at the nets to the players. And I was like, यार सही है तुम लोगों का तो मतलब you guys have actually played for clubs. And I was at the school level. I was playing at the school level. So I went with him to the stadium. I saw a lot of players practicing, and I remember JP Dumini was there at that time, and Imran Tahir was there. So these two, I remember they both have been pretty generous to me. And JP Dumini used to treat me like a brother. Every time when we used to stand in a hurdle, I remember, one day what happened is we were standing in the hurdle, and Dumini actually came and he tapped on my shoulder, and he just said, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" And we were actually listening to our coach. Then my friend said कि वो बुला रहा है तेरे को. So I was like, यार, this is the kind of experience you get to see, you get to acknowledge from that thing. And from there on, in 2015 I was a net baller, 2016 I was a net baller, 2017 I couldn't get into that phase because I had my board exams. But still, my last exam was remaining, and I went to watch an IPL match, and I was getting scolded at my home कि तेरा एग्जाम है, तू मैच देखने जा रहा है, ये थोड़ी होता है, पढ़ना लिखना नहीं है. So it was like that. And in 2018, I got the opportunity to become a part of their crew, the crew program, which is run by Delhi Capitals. So since 2018, I have been a crew member for them, and it's been a fantastic journey for me. And I'm still looking forward to play for Delhi Capitals in the upcoming future.
Right, right. So, best of luck for your future endeavors, and surely we will definitely see you on the big screen someday in Kotla.
Thank you, Deep. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking out your time and coming and talking and sharing your views, and especially your stories with JP Dumini, and those memories were amazing.
Thank you.